Hey, all happy Monday. I know this may be an odd start to an SLB video, maybe a first
In the garage?
in a garage, but this is where we're starting. We have a special day today. Finally, we get to do Kent's bar tour. A lot of folks has asked me about it. I know a lot of folks has asked you about it. You know, they've had one thing or another, everything down there. The golf outing stuff was all over the place down there when he's organizing everything there. But we're here today. We're going to have a good time. He wanted to start in the garage for a special reason.
I had a lot of people ask me, whether it be on live shows through the comments or email, those of you that do have my cell phone and text about it, talked to a lot of people about what I ride. I ride a 2016 Road Glide, but I've done a lot of things to it. I'm proud of it. It's a little different, but if you want to pan that way. So for those of you who don't know, my dad had a 69 Camaro in frost green. So when I redid everything, and it was down to the frame. When I redid everything, I was trying to come up with colors to do something with. I brought this up. Caleb said, that's a horrible idea. I was talking to the guy that was going to paint it at the shop, and I was going back and forth. He didn't like the other ideas I was bringing up. He's like, that's been done, that's been done. Do you have any other ideas? I said, well, I had this idea, but Caleb said it sucked. And he goes, it's not Caleb's bike. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So I'm doing it. And
I think it's awesome.
I think it turned out great, man. It's a cool nostalgia thing for me and Kurt.
Yep.
The only difference is him being 8 years older. He actually got to drive it legally.
I did.
I drove it a little bit out in the country, and then Dad sold it when I was 15. So that was real nice of him.
I did drive that 69 quite a bit.
You and Carrie both?
I did. And now I just get to ride in the back of his motorcycle. That's all.
That's not happening. But anyway, I wanted to start and show everybody my bike. I'm proud of it, and I've had a lot of people ask about it, and it's a lot of fun. And
it is.
I think turned out great.
Really nice.
But thanks for letting me share that. Now we'll head into the bar.
Sorry I don't have my shirt on and everything. It's cold out here. It's cold downstairs. We're both wearing sweatpants. Ken said we don't have to wear jammy pants, but we're wearing sweatpants. So.
Not in my bar. Come on down. So I'll explain it a little bit later. But the bar is called McLuddington's IDF bar. I won't do that now on the stairs. Trenton is operating the camera. I don't want him to fall down the stairs. So I'll explain that a little bit later of where the name came from and why it is what it is. But if you come on down also, just to stop at a couple things, and one thing you need to know about my bar is everything down here has a meaning of some sort. Whether it be something about a friend or something me and Carrie found in a resale shop somewhere or whatever. Everything means something. But these bowling balls up here, this was in, sorry they're cracked, they were in the cold, but this was my dad's last bowling ball. This is one of mine. This is my best friend's Brad's last bowling ball before he passed away. And this is my grandfather's last
I didn't
bowling
even know
ball.
all that.
Really?
I knew that was Dad's.
Yeah.
I figured the rest of them were yours. Kent was quite the bowler back in the day, trust me. What, 210 average or something like that? He has to beat me in about everything.
A little more than that. He's not giving me enough props there.
It drives me nuts. So yeah, I didn't know that. Ken, I didn't know that was Brad's, and I didn't know that was Grandpa's. I didn't.
These were my shoes back in the day. I had to retire them. They're wore out in the bottom, but
I remember those. Yeah.
They're up there. And then I have a picture of Dad here. This is his coat that he wore all the time, forever.
All the time.
And this is me and my best friend Brad. I keep that there for him. This is just a couple things from back when I was playing, and my grandfather wrote some stuff on top and had to show everybody that article. But anyway, working this way, and just kind of to let you know down here, and for people that are wanting to do their own bars, everything down here except for the couch was either a resale shop, hand-me-down. The cabinets behind the bar were just raw cabinets I finished myself. So it's kind of like a basement on a budget kind of thing. There's not a ton of money wrapped up in the basement. Most everything we did ourselves, and had a little help from Kurt. Helped me with the drywall a little bit. The boys helped me. A friend of mine helped me a couple times when I needed it, but relatively low cost build. This is the SLB corner.
Yeah, baby.
I don't have all of them, but these are all SLB picks here in this corner. I had to throw the little horns up there.
Oh, that's awesome.
For the SLB corner. I think this is kind of cool. Trenton actually carried this down here by himself. I don't know how he did that, but this is the bottle that came out of that barrel, which is kind of cool to have down here.
That's very neat. Very neat.
I wasn't quite a discerning palate back in the day, but there's a lot of experience with old number 7. So,
and I love that there. Kent usually comes with us probably, I don't know what trend, 75% of the time on our picks. So it's really cool when you're able to, can't get quite all of them with your work schedule, but quite a few you do. So it's really neat to be able to share all those experiences with you on that.
And I did start, I'm not done, but I did start my Christmas down here decorating. And for those of you that haven't watched Christmas Story 2, this is the star that he stole out of the bar when he broke in.
I didn't know that either. Rebecca would have my hide, Trenton. I didn't know that.
So anyway, I had to have the Blatz star on there.
Can we turn the NFL off so we don't get copyright strike by
Oh, sure.
NFL?
Sure.
Sorry. I don't think we're licensed to just
Broadcast.
to rebroadcast.
Well, you know, Kent and I, we can't think of everything, Trenton. Come
And maybe if you come around this way, Trent,
I love this setting here. A lot of what Kent has down here in the basement is very eclectic. Like you said, it's like a collection of items that are special to him and Carrie and the family. Yeah. So I love this particular setting.
Yeah, there's not a lot of rhyme and reason to what we have down here and why we have it, other than each piece we remember where it came from, what we were doing, or a good friend gave it to us, or whatever the case. Kind of like the credenza under the TV. That was getting thrown out. So we ended up, me and a friend, gutted it because everything was ruined inside, the old school stuff. Gutted it, mounted an amp in there, new speakers, new cloth, and I love it. I mean, it was a few $100 in it, and it sounds great. Got my wild turkey decanter there, Kurt. Are you proud?
I see that. I'm all good. I'm looking at some of your collection I see over there on those shelvings. Kent, probably out of Trenton and myself, has the most smoke wagon of anybody in the family. That's for sure. I know you have quite a few in your smoke wagon collection.
Sorry about the Dickel shelf down there, guys.
Hey, if you like it, you like it.
I don't mind it.
If you like it. Hey, some of those single barrels are pretty darn good, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the single barrels are pretty good.
And they're reasonably priced.
Um,
Of course, over here, you guys, of course, you have to know Kent's got his Maker's Mark shelf. You have to know.
And I actually, funny enough, I counted last night, and there's a total of 21 different makers down here between the shelf and other places. Love the Elijah Craig, except for that 18-year. And then down at the bottom is all Indiana stuff, and especially for us, the journeyman. It's local family that grew up here. We've known the family for years. I like to support them. So I have that there as well. If you come this way, this is kind of the overflow. And the bathroom if you
We gotta get a good toilet shot.
if you're ever down here and need to use it, there it is.
There you have it.
This is a storage room of a lot of things, but this is overflow of whether I don't have room for it, or backups, or some empties I'm not willing to get rid of over there. I'll use it for a infinity bottle or something.
Absolutely. Cool.
Some
Gotta have a place for your backups.
and some wine for the wife there.
Got some Pinot Noir over there?
Yeah, I got some. But yeah, she's she likes to try everything that I open, and she has really good input and good tasting notes, and she knows what's good and bad. But she's done after the taste and moves on to her wine again. We'll skip the bar for the moment. We'll end up there. On this side, and as you can tell, it's basically one big room. There's about 1,100 square foot, give or take. That's just the bar.
Something I want you to focus on for a second, Ken, is your Blanton's collection. I don't know of anybody personally, myself, that has that many different types of Blantons.
Yeah, and I've talked about this before. I definitely know and realize, Blanton's is a little overhyped. It's not the best pour that you could get. I think it's decent and it's good.
Absolutely.
But it's there's more to it for the hype than just the juice in there.
Can you reach that, Trenton?
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, my tippy toes, but I can reach it.
but
That's so cool, though, Ken. That's awesome.
I've explained it before. It's more of a sentimental thing for me. My oldest, Daniel, that's how I got started. I was drinking beer and Jack Daniels. And for Christmas one year, him and Kaylee bought me a Blanton's.
Right off the shelf, right?
Right off the shelf.
Kids told me the story several times.
They didn't know what they were grabbing at all.
Oh.
They asked, it was that right down here and right down the street. And they said, hey, is there a good bottle of whiskey? I'd like to get something for you. And they handed them that. So, wow.
Kids' phone of all things, Trenton. Come on.
And that's Caleb. He knew we were filming.
Come on, Caleb.
Anyway, so it's sentimental. They kind of kick-started my journey, I guess, getting into stuff, because I tasted that and went, okay, that's better than number 7. I'm gonna start exploring a little bit. So then I started just picking them up when I could. I got a good hookup that was reasonable. I would get one from overseas for 2 originals. Yeah. So I was trading just to add to the collection.
I remember you doing that. That's awesome. We did that in a week. Did we blind all those? I think, Trenton. Was that what it is? In a live stream several years ago. Really neat.
Yeah. And then coming
this
down
is an
this
awesome
way,
wall here too. This is
they're
awesome.
and I just keep adding to it with, again, no rhyme or reason really. It's just stuff that means something to me. The Double Six was a brewery that we went to. Me and Kara on a long weekend. I love Caddyshack, so I got the 2 albums up there. One, the old style. That's a 1984 original advertisement. Won that in a golf outing. The one on the opposite side, my brother Kurt gave me, with golfer signatures. I love that piece. And actually, speaking of bowling, the sign up top was the old pro shop that we ran. I wish I was a little older and wiser in business. It might have kept going a little longer. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah. A couple pictures, some buddies there. I'll have you zoom in on one here in a second. This, I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember Uncle Roy? He had that shop where he did all the hot rods and all that stuff, and he actually had
hot rods.
This was hanging in his garage.
Wow, that's amazing.
So when I ran across that print, I'm like, that immediately made me think of hanging out in that garage when he was wrenching on those hot rods.
He had some nice ones.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Really nice.
So anyway, I bought that because of that. The Stereo Pilsner. This is a local beer from Blockheads here in Valparaiso. Trenton worked his magic, and I seen this in their bathroom actually, and said, I love the beer. So I said, I have to have that for my basement. It is the basement beer. So I got that there. The beer signs were a gift from Jason Knoll, actually, and they're older beer signs. That's from when we did our pick.
Oh, and wow.
That's super cool. Probably one of the funniest pictures I have that has nobody's face in it. We were on a golfing trip in Gull Lake up in Michigan, and my buddy Jockey had a rough night the night before. It was the day we were leaving, so our tee time was super early, and I think he was pretty buzzed up still. We get down to the first green, and he had duffed one, so he's like, I'll walk up, And one of the guys was like, look behind you. And here's jockey's drunk walk up the fairway in the dew.
So his footprints are left, right, wobbling around. Good grief.
It was just a funny picture. I had
Yeah.
to put it down here.
Okay.
It was a funny memory. So then this area, and I'll explain it up at the bar a little more when we head towards the bar, but this basement was my boys' basement. They skateboarded down here. They did all kinds of stuff
I
down
remember
here.
all that. I remember the music was down here.
Yeah, and then they jammed down here all the time. They both play guitar, both sang, both play drums. Caleb's actually, I don't know if you know this, but he's been practicing with a band, playing bass, believe it or not.
He could do about
So
anything.
he's going and rehearsing, I don't know, maybe you'll see him at some local joints, I don't know.
Maybe.
But this is some of their stuff hanging up. Because they do jam down here, plus it's just kind of cool memories for us because this is where the basement started, was them down here playing music. This wall is going to be changed here soon, but I'll go through it and then kind of tell you what I'm changing. This shelf is predominantly Scotch. It does have some single malts in there as well, but I do kind of getting more into Scotch than I used to be, so it's kind of it's been growing, let's put it that way. And then some single malts. There's some single malts elsewhere too, but all of the Scotch is in here. This shelf is just a mix match of whatever. There's not a rhyme or reason really. I kept some things together, but some of them are gifts from people. Actually, there's a few down there. The Father Time, the Yellowstone, I believe it's called, whiskey, Motorhead. Those were all gifts from our kids, and yeah, it's just a little mix match. And there is some rare breed up there. So what my plan is, though, I'm going to do, and this is going to be my winter project this year down here, is I'm going to do a built-in shelf unit, but I'm going to use, and I set one here to show you, taking apart a couple barrels and finishing them, cleaning them up, finishing them, and the whole back wall will be these staves. So the whole back wall will be staves with shelves coming out. Some lighting I want to do with it. I wish I could have had it done because I'm excited about it for you guys to see, but you know, time gets in the way sometimes. I'll get it done eventually. This table and chairs and couch, my aunt and uncle actually had these in their basement, and ever since I really liked them. And when I was going to do the bar down here, I knew 100% I had to find them. And I got a heck of a deal. I got the table and the chairs and the couch. I got $250 wrapped up in it. And it's some of my favorite things down here. I had to change these out to casters because if you ever tried sliding these on regular feet, they're heavy.
Oh.
So I made it a little easier.
Yeah.
There's a lot of memory things. And actually, Trenton, while you're right there, when me and Carrie got married, we got married in Vegas, and no, it wasn't by Elvis. It was actually in a really nice garden, and it was super nice. But we ran into Pete Rose, and
That's so cool.
he signed the bat and took a picture with us, and then he had his friend take a picture with us as well. And that lineup that you see right there is he himself told us all where to stand. And when it was done, he goes, "You know why I lined you up that way?" So why is that? And he goes, "Because I can cut you two right out of there." So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's really neat, though, man.
We had some old softball pictures.
Yep.
Oh, and another good memory too is I've got a couple tanks up there from a buddy's bike. He redid a couple times, which I like. And then we're one shy on those pictures. We got this year's trip. We went to UP, took some pictures of the bike. But one of those pictures up there is the Upper Peninsula, 2 out west, and actually 3 out west. But I try to do that every motorcycle trip me and Caleb do, or I do. And you know, make a sign for it. Well, if we look back at the bar, this area right here used to be where the band was set up.
Yep.
There was monitors, mains,
Mhm.
you know, the whole 9 yards. And so that is why we called it McLuddington's IDF bar. Number one, my oldest technically is my stepson, and his last name's McBride. And the neighbors started calling us McLuddington years and years ago. So that kind of stuck. And then the IDF bar was the logo that they had hanging up behind their band, because they were down here screwing around once, singing into this old fan, and it ended up being Into the Dusty Fan Band. So that's where that name came from. Then we'll go back behind the bar. One of my favorite things is this top. I had a guy at work that has a sawmill.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, I love this. And he came up with a huge walnut tree that was clean, it was nice, it was solid. He gave me 2 slabs to make this out of, and then all my shelving behind the bar, coming down the stairs is all from the same tree as well.
Yeah, really cool.
And he really, really hooked me up. He basically he charged me $300 for his time and gave me the wood. I would not have this top probably if it wasn't for that, because this is a few grand worth of walnut, but I absolutely love this. Yeah,
you did a great job finishing it too.
For me, it's kind of the focal point of everything. I love this top.
Without doubt. And what I really like, my bar is more narrow to your back, you know, kind of traditional. You got plenty of space back here, which is nice. You got plenty of moving around space back in your bar.
Well, there's a couple reasons why we did things the way we did. The space back here, and the fact that the concrete floor is just a tinted sealer, pretty basic on the furniture stuff, you know, that's not high end or super expensive, because we do have, not as many as we used to, but we do have parties down here with quite a few people, whether it be a card night or just people getting together, you know, whatever the case, holiday parties. And I wanted it to be set up where there's room, and if you spill a drink, we mop it up. It's a done deal. You know, it's not a big deal. It's pretty harmless down here. You can't really screw much up. You know what I mean? And that just kind of worked out well for us. But yeah, this is.
Have you done an inventory of how many bottles of whiskey you have?
Not for a while.
Okay. I'd be curious.
I am going to probably employ Raquel to come down here and log everything into the Only Drams app. I want that to happen, and I think it'd be a handy tool to keep track of things and
it is.
You know where you're at. But I don't know that I have the patience for it. So what I probably will do, just because I have other things going.
Sure.
What I'll probably do is when I'm doing that back wall, I want to reorganize everything down here. I've been looking at things similar ways.
Yeah.
So I want to take everything down, thoroughly clean it, because that hasn't been done really well in a while. And during that process, she can come down. I'll have tables lined up with them all on there, and she could just run through them, you know. And that's probably how I'll work it.
Yeah. Well, I think you've done a great job, Ken, honestly. I know you did 90% of the work down here yourself. And I think you've done a great job with workmanship, and not only that, you personalized it to the point to where it's special for you and Carrie and the kids and the family. So there's nothing better than that, in my opinion. And you got plenty of space down here. You got a cool place to relax and chill out and have a little bit of a pour or something. Or whatever.
We enjoy it
really
in a lot of different ways. You know, whether it be 10 people down here, or me and Carrie will come down here and sit by ourselves at the end of the night. We'll come down and watch a movie. It's just a nice space, you know, for us.
We'll wrap up here.
Yeah, I poured you something real special.
I know.
Probably.
What are you looking for? Oh God, Trenton's pointing over here.
So I will say that real quick. I love this piece too. In case of emergency, break glass. So I was at a charity function for some friends of ours. Her daughter passed away of cancer at 17. And she was really big into the arts and, you know, theater and all that. So every year they have a fundraiser at the Memorial Opera House, and they all have, you know, bid items. And as soon as I seen that, I'm like, well, that's what I'm bidding on. So I bid on until I got it. I wasn't going to take no, and it I think it's great down here.
It is. That's super cool. I think it's might be
and
one of Trenton's favorite.
If anybody's ever in the area, Kurt brought this up in his bar too, but this is the signing wall. So if any of you are in town, you want to reach out to one of us, you're more than happy to come by and have a pour and sign the wall. Maybe don't come with 50 of you, but a couple at a time will be fine. But yeah, I hooked you up with a great pour here today,
Ken,
Kurt.
yeah.
Probably the best pour you've ever had.
Probably. I have no doubt the best SLB pick we've ever had.
Oh, ever.
Without question.
This would be the Maker's Mark Kent's pick that they let me have at, and I think it's great. I don't know if everybody will agree, but
it's really, really good. It's a very good Maker's pick, and I asked Ken, I said, grab something that you could pour, that we'll have something at the end of the video. And I mean, he made a beeline back to the shelf over there. So, of course, you know, that's how we do in our family. Little needles here and there. That's all good. But what I want to bring up, Ken, thanks for having us down here.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it.
I'm excited about it.
However, Trent didn't even know I was going to say this, and he usually gives me up. The eyeballs went up, the eyebrows went up. But in our travels, what I like to do, if you all have any kind of hangouts similar to a basement or even a special room that you have your whiskey bar in, if you have a cool place, let me know, Kurt at slbdrinks.com, because in our travels, we may want to stop in certain areas and do different bar tours where we're at. Now, we unfortunately, we don't have the time in our work schedule to make special trips for that. But if we might happen to be in your area and you have a pretty cool spot that you don't mind sharing with the folks, let us know. We love to stop by.
That would be awesome.
It would, wouldn't it? We'd love to stop by and do a little bar tour and have a little pour with you and do a little video of it. So I think that'd be super cool. I like to do that on the regular, Trent, if it works out that way. So
it'd be really cool.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for today. That was a pretty nice Monday, if you ask me. Thanks again, Kent. Thanks again. Appreciate it. Again, it's a fantastic job down here. We all like coming down here. We have quite a few functions in the family down here too, and we hang out at different holidays and so forth. And it's always fun and relaxing, and greatly appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
Yep. All right, guys. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. We'll see you next time with just Trent and me. Trent's got to come back, you know. It is what it is.
Sorry about your luck.
In a good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.